Shannon Sharpe and Williams had an explosive talk about the club. Williams did not hold back in giving harsh criticism of some well-known figures during this nearly 3-hour talk on The Shay Show, which has become the talk of the town and is shaking up Hollywood like never before.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Though there are accusations that Lucian Grainge was involved in controlling certain figures in the industry, specifically mentioning his power over Diddy, Williams claims that Grainge is aware of certain parties and events that position Diddy as a thug and gangster working on God's behalf. Grainge also claimed that everything would be heavily exposed in the entertainment business.
So Cat Williams said it. The lawsuit started coming out right after he said it, and he said all would be exposed. He heavily implied, and this is again an allegation, that Lucian Grainge was having some sort of a homosexual relationship with Diddy. So he is the person that controls Diddy, that Lucian Grainge was aware of these parties, that Universal Music Group was aware of these parties. Essentially, that Diddy is the thug and the gangster working on behalf of Lucian Grainge.
In less than a week, this recent appearance on Shannon Sharpe's show has garnered major criticism and amassed over 40 million views.
This is exactly why I tell you guys, if your strategy is for you to monetize your accounts with a lot of followers, then you want to make sure that you're posting at least 3 to 6 times a day, especially on platforms where you're posting short form content. When I say short form content, I mean content that is less than 60 seconds. So that's what I consider short form. Now it can be 6 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, anything up to that 60-minute mark. I have chosen to create content that is specifically over the 60 seconds because I know for the monetization platforms, your video needs to be more than a minute. So that's why I create these types of videos for you guys, because I want you guys to see other content creators who are out here killing it. And I mean making money on their accounts, right? They're making more than a full-time income. They're making about 4 to 5 people's full-time incomes with social media, just posting videos. Okay? So as you start to look at yourself as an entertainer, an educator, someone who is using a video medium in order to either educate or to entertain, and you really take this stuff seriously, you can make a ton of money and monetize your content. But you have to be serious about your posting schedule and stay on top of it and create good content.
Throughout the talk, Williams made a number of audacious claims about other comedians, such as Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, and Cedric the Entertainer. He accused them of sacrificing their moral beliefs in order to pursue professional opportunities, and he himself refused to take on certain roles and put himself in awkward situations.
Somebody, and you might as well stop fucking trying. Oprah Winfrey done made $9 billion goddamn dollars, and motherfuckers still be talking shit about Oprah with you should be able to kill a motherfucker just by saying 9 billion in their direction. Just 9 billion, nigga, 9 billion. You better duck, nigga, 9 billion. Did you hear the billion? Oprah done every fucking thing good you could possibly do, and motherfucker still talks. Nigga, fuck her, nigga. She don't like hip hop. Nigga, fuck hip hop. I don't like flute music. It didn't make me $9 billion goddamn dollars. Oprah done every fucking nice thing there was to do. Fuck me. At the end of my show, I say thank you and good night. At the end of Oprah's show, you stand up. She done put a muffin basket under your seat, 2 best-selling novels, put 3 of your kids through college without your permission and shit. But Oprah's into her star fucking player. She know you think her name ugly.
Williams charged these comedians with compromising their morality in order to further their careers, saying in particular that Kevin Hart took on parts that Williams had declined because of their suggestion that Hart wasn't as morally upright as Williams.
But if you remember, he said it. He said, this is gonna put you in another dimension.
He definitely did.
He said,
but my mama said, boy, there's power in the tongue.
yes. He says he told me, and my guy Jordan is over there. He said, now they're gonna come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything.
Right.
He said they're gonna come. And they're going to say a lot of different things. And they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now.
But Shannon Sharpe's conduct of the interview has also drawn a lot of criticism, with some saying that Sharpe ought to have pressed Williams' claims more strongly.
If you watch us or you listen to us, I'm a conversationalist. Me too. If you want hard hitting, that's 60 minutes. That's Dateline. That's 48 hours. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to open up the floor. I'm not going to cut the guest off. A lot of times, people that have platforms like this, they like to hear their voice. When people watch, when they turn on and they listen and they watch or they listen to Club Shay Shay, they want to hear my guest voice. So my job is to get out of the way. P-Mac, I had to make a split-second decision because when he came on, he was already on one. If you remember, he was doing this. So I already knew because he were talking, and I was like, okay, let's get him mic'd up.
How long you talked to him before?
We talked, he got there early. So that's why I lost track of time. Because normally when they said, okay, we're going at noon.
Sharpe defended his strategy, saying that his goal was to provide his guests a place to express themselves freely and give their unvarnished views. Sharpe made it clear that he views himself more as an entertainer whose goal is to encourage candid and open conversation with athletes and celebrities than as a journalist.
Shannon Sharpe says after Cat Williams, guests won't come on his show.
He said, now they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything. He said, they're going to come and they're going to say a lot of different things. And they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now. And that's absolutely has happened. That's absolutely has happened. They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. And a day later, they can't do it. No call. They won't follow. So for the song. You know, I had Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey did 8 million views, had Coach Prime. I've had a lot of comedians. And some of the comedians had taken shots at other comedians, but nothing like this. I didn't expect the vitriol. When you play sports, you understand that Atlanta fans, even though you're from Atlanta, they're going to have a little resentment towards you because you beating their team. I got that. But in this situation, I can honestly say I did not expect the level of vitriol.
Shannon Sharpe knew right away that having Cat Williams on his program would change everything. Williams, who is renowned for his scathing comments and no-holds-barred comedy, was well prepared, having carefully read over Sharpe's previous interviews.
I think sometimes people in our position that do what you and I do, they want to hear their voice instead of the guest. Well, I can go home and hear myself talk if I wanted to, if that's what I wanted to hear. I think for the most part that people tune in to watch my pod because they want to hear what the guests have to say. I let the guests speak. People say, well, you push back on Amanda Seales.
Sharpe agreed, stating that he knew Williams had a lot to say and that the comic was eager to garner attention. I expected that Cat would talk freely because he had a lot on his mind. Sharpe seen preparing the ground for an angry exchange of words.
Yeah. He had studied every interview that I had done, conversation I had, he had studied. Because a lot of things that we didn't mention on the show, he was talking about it. But if you notice, he was like, he was doing that. He did this a lot. So his recall, everybody, everything that somebody had said, that he had a question, it didn't happen like that.
One of Williams's main targets, Kevin Hart, reacted humorously, telling him to get over his anger and promoting his upcoming movie Lift in the process. The public and industry had mixed reactions to the interview. Some praised Williams for being honest, while others chastised him for apparently attacking his peers without cause.
I said it, and this sums it up well. Like you don't entertain the circus, you watch it, right? And when a lion comes out and rides the bike, you don't think about it too hard. You just go, okay, that's crazy. The lion's riding the bike, and then you go home and enjoy the rest of your day. I don't feed into the stuff at all. At the end of the day, it's all entertainment to a certain degree. So you just hope that people can be smart enough and have a tremendous amount of logic to just go and possibly do research or fact check. And if they do, then great. If they don't, then kudos to that as well. I just don't have the time for it. There's too much going on.
Williams made a number of nasty comments about Diddy, saying that he had to uphold his ethics by turning down invites to his parties and implying that these were unsuitable occasions for certain kinds of behavior.
They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. And a day later, they can't do it. And then no call, they won't follow. So for the song. So I understand what comes along with an interview like that. Did I expect it? No. Did I expect all the negativity that came along. Because, I had Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey did 8 million views, had Coach Prime, I've had a lot of comedians.
Williams refused to participate in the incendiary comments made by Cat Williams about other comedians and celebrities, which suggested that Diddy's parties featured more serious and dubious behavior than merely social gatherings. These comments caused a huge response. Williams forewarned Sharpe that the substance of their talk would discourage other guests from joining them on the show, since it is so contentious.
He said, now they're going to come for you. I said, can't come for me for what? I didn't say anything.
Right.
He said, they're going to come and they're going to say a lot of different things. And they're going to be some people that you thought you might be able to get that they're not going to come now. That's absolutely has happened. They were so excited. Thanks for reaching out. We can't wait to sit down. A day later, they can't do it. And then no call, they won't follow, so for the song.
In just 2 weeks, the podcast got over 50 million views as a result of Cat Williams' explosive and open criticism of some well-known people. Williams' candid comments sparked a lot of emotions, leading to the creation of memes, reaction videos, and even a Saturday Night Live parody.
I remember getting up and I turned back and I look at my Cat, and I look at my producer and he's shaking his head. I'm like, oh man, we done messed up. So I'm like, what did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say something? Diddy. He like, this is gonna be the talk of 24.
No way.
I'm like, you think so? He's like, Shannon. And he's looking at me just like I'm looking at you, Cam. He's like, Shannon, this is gonna be viral for the whole year. I said, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, I remember walking out and CJ, the producer of the show, he's like, Shannon, this is gonna blow up the internet. I said, you think so? Mm-hmm. I said, I think it was good. He's like, no, you haven't done anything like this. I think this is gonna be really, really, really good. But you don't know.
You don't know.
Because there have been some that I thought I did an excellent job and it didn't get the views, the likes, the mention, and didn't go viral like I thought it would. And I did some I thought it did was okay, but it just took off.
Yeah.
And everybody was just shaking their head. I was like, what? They're like, Shannon, this is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
During an episode of his other podcast, Nightcap with co-host Chad Johnson, Shannon Sharpe revealed that he made a substantial sum of money from his viral interview with Cat Williams on the Club Shay podcast. Sharpe said that he made more money from that one conversation than he did from any of his NFL seasons.
Oh, so did you hear what I said? I said the Cat Williams interview, that one interview, I made more money on that one interview than I did in any 1 year of my NFL career. Now, y'all go look up my NFL career and see what my highest earning year was. And Cat did that. Cat did.
Thank you, Cat.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Cat.
Based on Sharpe's clues, several internet detectives estimated that he might have made more than $5 million from a single podcast episode.
Apparently made over $5 million from the Cat Williams interview. And not to pocket watch another man, but this is incredible. Said he made more from that one interview than he did in any year of playing in the NFL. And bro made some bank in the NFL. The most he ever made, 2000 with the Ravens, $5 million in a season. And I know he probably made money from like Spotify, TikTok, YouTube. But the YouTube video itself got 62 million views, huge numbers. And in the content world, huge numbers pay. So it looks like from this 62 million YouTube, obviously a lot of Spotify and stuff as well. This was a $5 million video.
Whatever you believe I made, triple it, Sharpe hinted at his huge paycheck. This means that his earnings were at least 3 times more than any number that could have been predicted. For instance, if someone thought he got $2 million, he suggested he made $6 million. This comment emphasizes the remarkable financial success he had from the interview, highlighting the significant influence and income received from its widespread appeal.
At one point, the video was getting 260,000 views per hour. And if we were to break that down just for fun, 260,000 divided by 1,000 views is 260. Then we multiply that by the $12 per 1,000 views that Shannon Sharpe got paid. At one point, he was making over $3,000 an hour.
That ends today's activities. Until the next time, keep listening.